Avast, mateys, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia. We've successfully sailed beyond the edge of a known world and arrived in the eastern skies of Yafutoma. And as always, when we find a new location, it's time to start with the discoveries. You have found the Guardian Walls. A massive fortress built by an ancient Yafutoman king. Rather than a form of defence, the walls were said to have been used by lookouts to spot enemy ships approaching before they could reach the towns. So we're just going to head back over here to this previous discovery, since we're going to be using this as a guidepost to find a really hard to get one. So this mentions that if we travel northwards we can reach human civilization, since the birds migrate to the north. And then we want to get ourselves directly on top of this. It has to be very precise. And then we go directly north and punch through this sky rift. And if we do this, we're going to line ourselves up perfectly with an invisible discovery that's otherwise incredibly hard to find. So it's worth mentioning we just passed some lookouts. So if they're still being manned, then hopefully we'll get a nice welcoming ceremony when we arrive at Yafutoma, since we are the first Westerners of the New World to ever arrive here. Hey, do you hear anything? I mean, besides the wind. Now that you mention it, I can hear something. I'm not sure what it is. It's probably the engine of the Delphinius Ica. It is quite loud. It is a very powerful engine. Oh hey, it's our welcoming ceremony. How are you doing? The name's Vice, I'm a blue rogue. I hail from Pirate Isle. What the? Well, that's certainly one way to welcome us, isn't it? They just came out of nowhere and attacked us. Looks like we're going to have to take them down. Battle stations, let's go. Well, it seems like all these people care about is fighting. So let's welcome them in kind. Unlike your primitive ship, our vessel can fly at high altitudes. Behold the power of the East, says the Tenkou ship. So when it comes to fighting these guys, we're going to have to rely on our torpedoes. And then let's buff ourselves. Actually, since that's a critical hit turn, let's use a drilling on the enemy. And then we'll buff ourselves next turn. So like the Tenkou ship just mentioned, these guys can fly very high. We can see that they're currently above us. This means it's going to be very difficult to hit them with our cannons. So we're going to be relying on our torpedoes as well as Tika Tika, our specialised lookout, to make sure that all our torpedoes land. I usually prefer to use Domingo for the extra critical hit chance with the sub-cannons, but we won't be able to use our sub-cannons too effectively on this fight. So we just have to wait until they come to the same altitude as us. Right, annoyingly he guarded on that turn, because we did very little damage. It is annoying when they guard on a critical hit turn, since you're supposed to pump all your damage into that round. I do like how these Tenkou ships have these folded paper sails. It appears that the Yafutoman ships can climb to great altitudes. Our cannons can't reach them. Otherwise, our cannons may not be able to, but I bet our torpedoes can. We should try firing those as often as possible. Right, so we're doing it to use our Moonstone cannon. I have no idea how you can actually use it, because it says that there's a chance to use it on this round, but I've never been able to. Right, so let's buff ourselves. And then let's start firing into the next round a bit. Actually, no, let's do that a tiny bit. We should still have the spare focus energy to be able to fire off both torpedoes. So these guys are doing a lot of damage. We shouldn't need to heal, but we'll definitely need to heal after the fight's over. Yeah, we can see that he's currently climbing high up. There's no way we can touch him right now. So the Delphinius' main weakness is definitely magic resist. We can equip an accessory that we don't have on at the moment that will make ourselves very resistant to magic, and then it won't really hurt us at all. However, I tend not to use them because, for the most part, enemies won't use magic in this game. There's only some enemies that do. So whenever we do wind up against an enemy like this, we end up taking a lot of damage since we don't have it equipped. Right, our 10-inch cannon is sadly useless, but at least our torpedoes landed. So we could tilt the Delphinius to shoot upwards, but I guess we're not going to risk it. Okay, we're finally managing to match their altitude now. It takes us a while to catch up, sadly. Yeah, we have a lot of energy, so it's time to pump out some more damage. And let's debuff them again, since it is a critical hit turn, so we're guaranteed to be able to hit them. Then let's just focus up for the next round. I don't know if when you fire the Increm or Drilling to change the properties of your ship, if you do it on the same turn as you do damage, whether it counts towards that damage increase or not. Hopefully it does, because then our torpedoes will do extra damage when they land. Right, it's about time you wasted a turn. You've been attacking us relentlessly. Yeah, we really want one of these engines of our own ship that lets them fly high like that. That's a really useful ability. Well, they may be made out of cardboard and paper and the like, but we still blow up when we die. And we get a pyro bomb and a crystal ball. The Tenkou flagship, the Yin Yang. What appears to be the enemy's flagship is approaching. There are two boats. No, one boat. No, that's two, I think. It looks like they're planning to board us. All hands on deck. Right, it looks like we're going to have to take down their leaders in hand-to-hand combat, and maybe then we can actually have a talk to them. We didn't come here to fight, we came here to explore. I'll take it from here. You better hurry up and get on deck. Thanks, Lawrence. Yeah, you just keep the ship steady. How you doing, pal? Pow, 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 pow. Oh, you're so cute, pal. Vise, if the enemy's preparing to board us, we need you on deck, fast. Vise, it's too dangerous to go out on deck without being prepared for battle. Yeah, that's a good point, Fina. Because since we've been exploring, we've got our white map equipped for less random battles. So let's change that back to the captain's hat. And we'll teach them to mess with the captain of the Blue Rogues. Let's do this. Also, yes, I still love our Delphinius flag. Every time I pass by, I'm always happy. Let's just go to the mess hall. No, I guess we really should go fight these guys. Let's not just go get something to eat. Oh wait, I didn't notice this sign before. Can we read it? No, I definitely can, sadly. Westerners, we've been waiting for you. Who are you? My name is Zhao. My name is Mao. It is our mission to collect 1,000 swords. Oh, you know, you do you, I guess. It's a unique quest you got. So you must pick one of two choices. Surrender and give us your weapons, or die and we take your weapons. It is up to you to decide your fate. Well, we didn't come here to fight, we just came... Nah, let's fight them. How about we kick your butts and toss you overboard? Besides, you guys are unarmed. What can you possibly do to us? If that is your decision, then we must kill you now. Right, so we're going to have to beat these guys senseless before they're willing to have a chat with us. So let's do this. It sounds like these guys are air pirates, or the equivalent in these lands, since they're trying to steal our equipment. So we're going to teach them to how to deal with the blue rogue is what I was going to say. So let's start off, since they are blue element, let's go yellow. And do a Cutlass Fury, see how much damage we do. And everyone else just focus. Yeah, these guys won't be able to survive that many hits. So this boss is very easy to kill. Urnagoon. However, what they can do is a lot of damage. And it's all physical damage. So we can use Enrique's Justice Shield to take less damage in this fight. Tatamatoro is, I guess, how you say that. Right, we're going to have to either defend ourselves or get ready to heal, it looks like. Right, let's see how much focus energy we have. I think we have enough to do a big heal. We do, but we're going to wait until next turn. So for now, let's just, you Cutlass Fury the other guy. Ika, you just focus. Fina, you focus. Enrique, I want you to use a Justice Shield.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
So this is going to make us take less damage. This works as a guard, basically, so we are going to take half damage. So we're just going to take down both at the same time. Obviously the wise option here is to take down one first so they can't do as much damage. Don't throw knives at Fina. So realistically we can end this fight straight away, but we're not going to do that, because I have another plan instead. So for now, let's use Lunar Light. Revives, cures all adverse effects, and completely restores all HP to all allies. And Enrique, you just guard us with a Justice Shield.
Bathe us in your light.
So, Lunar Light is the best heal in the game, and will basically get us up from any bad situation we find ourselves in. So that's going to be used basically as a last resort if we get in a really sticky situation. As long as Athena's alive, we can throw it out. Right, so we're guarding this time, so we do take a lot less damage. Oh, I'm actually focusing fire on Fina a bit. Well, it's a good thing we're guarding. Right, so from this point on, what I'm going to do is we're just going to focus. Except for Enrique, you keep doing a Justice Shield. May righteousness be our shield. Since the Blue Rogues have been fighting a lot with the Black Pirates back at home, and it looks like now we're going to have to fight with a Tenkou over in the east. And so we're going to greet them to the Blue Rogues in style, by allowing all of our crew to get on board with this fight. So to do this, we need to get our focus energy all the way to the max. So again, just throw out just this shield. Shield of Justice. And then we're just going to keep on pumping out our focus. It takes a long time to reach max energy, and you have to do no other attacks in the meantime. But once you reach it, then you can do a big move. Hey, nice one, Fina. Yeah, just whack him on the head with a frying pan. Right, we should be able to do it next turn now. Tatamaruto is, I think, how you pronounce that one. And now we have full energy, and now that we have the Delphinius, we have access to our Captain's super moves. We have Prophecy, where we combine the power of all 4 party members to call upon an ancient power. That's the most powerful move in the entire game, but what we're going to do is we're going to introduce the Tenkou to the Blue Rogues. Summons all active members of the Delphinius crew. Attack varies depending on our crew.
Rogues, attack! This is what I'm paid for. Get a load of these! I never miss.
And our crew's the ones to finish them off. So the Blue Rogues attack, every crew member either has one of those blue backgrounds or the pink background. Any blue background means that they're going to do extra damage with the Blue Rogues attack. And the pink background means they're going to do extra healing. And so we got out all of our attacking party members to make sure we did all the damage then. And we get ourselves a Moonberry. So that will teach them to mess with the Blue Rogues. Westerners, you are stronger than we thought. We must report this to our commander. Well, see you later, I guess. We rule the skies of Yafutoma, and we are known as the Tenkou. Westerners, we shall meet again. Oh man, I want that engine on the Delphinius so badly. Wow, how can they fly so high? Blue moonstones hold the power of the wind and water. The Yafutoman ships are powered by these stones. By harnessing the power of the wind, their ships can reach altitudes we can only imagine. Well, it looks like we chased them off for now. We should try and find Yafutoma. So before we go anywhere, we just need to go slightly forwards and press the A button, and we find the Spice Island. Otherwise, this is incredibly hard to find if we don't line ourselves up perfectly with it. A small remote island where a pure spring nurtures a wide variety of herbs and spices. The water in the spring has medicinal value due to the abundant herbs nearby. Perhaps this beautiful garden is the true fountain of youth. Wow, there are so many herbs and spices growing here. I've never seen so many in one place before. It's amazing. This place truly is a treasure island. But we really shouldn't disturb the island too much. Yeah, I suppose that if we took too many of the seeds and stuff, that the trees might not be able to grow back. But I'm sure it would be okay to just take a little bit, right, Vice? I swear, Riker, you and your just a little bit. Alright, we'll take something with us. And we took the spice kale. So we need this in order to do a certain sub-quest later in the game. Well, let's go for a spot of fishing. Actually, before we go anywhere, we're going to re-equip our white map, so we take less random encounters, since there's going to be a lot of sailing at the moment. There we go. It looks like here is Yafutoma. So let's find our way to the actual entrance. We're going to enter in style, we're not just going to fly over the wall. Here we go. And here's the gates to Yafutoma. And you have found Yafutoma. Ancient legends speak of Yafutoma as a mythical land of the east, covered in gold and populated by a proud, polite people. Cut off from the world by dangerous currents, it's developed a distinctive culture, first discovered by Vise, the Blue Rogue. Let's have a chat with this ship while we're here. Or rather, let's get into a fight while we're here. That works too. Alright, so let's see what we're fighting. Oh, it's just these guys. These are easy. Lambda Burst.
Fire consume my enemy! Lambda burst!
So for the most part, like normal, Lambda Burst is going to one-shot most of the enemies here. However, it won't be able to one-shot the jellyfish that we fight around here. Those need an extra hit to take down. Right, we've almost learnt all of our green magic. So at this point, it's probably safe to go back to another magic school with one of them. Who are you guys, anyway? And how do you manage to stay in the air with those steel ships of yours? I know who you are. You're Westerners. I've read about you people from the West, but you're the first Westerner I've actually ever seen. So we're not going to park in Yafutoma yet. Also, if we look up here, that ship is simply too high to talk to. There's no way we can reach him. Yeah, we want some of these Yafutoman engines that allow you to fly that high. Because then we'll be able to go anywhere in the world. So before we go to Yafutoma, we're first going to get all the discoveries. And we have found the Deus. Hello, Deus. Once upon a time, there was a gentle creature called the Deus that lived in the forest. The villagers believed that getting kicked by the Deus would make them rich, so they chased him around until he ran away. A Yafutoman fairy tale. And over here is Mount Kazai. This is the mountain that's next to Yafutoma, but as you can see we can't actually reach it because it's too high for the Delphinius. Right, who are we going to be fighting this time? Ooh, Loopers. Okay, everyone pile on the Loopers, and Ica, you Lambda Burst the others. Of course, he ran away. Go on, Fina. Whack it in the head with a frying pan. Ah, nice attempt. Yeah, killing Loopers is always annoying. So it's worth mentioning, if we have a black map accessory, then it stops the enemies being able to run away as easily. So if we really wanted to kill Loopers badly, we could equip the black map, and then we could just spend as long as we wanted killing them. But that will also increase the number of random battles that we get. Right, so somewhere north of Mount Kazai is another discovery. This one's hard to spot. Right, there it is. Just because it's very small. We have found the Wanderbirds. The Wanderbirds are large migratory birds from the far north, revered since ancient times as symbols of long life. Its cry is rarely ever heard, but the clarity and beauty of their song is said to put all other birds to shame. So this one's patrol pattern is very short, so it's easy to spot them if you can actually find them. But they're incredibly small, so it's easy to miss them. Right, so now we just want to go straight north. And if we keep going north for a very long time, then we'll run into the next set of discoveries. As per usual, we're just going to pick up all the discoveries at this location. And then we'll go and dock at Yafutoma and greet all the people here. So I'm sure they'll be happy to see us, since we're the first Westerners they've ever seen. Let's just double check on the map where we are. let's just double check my discovery map we have down here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're correctly lined up. Let's just punch through the sky rift. Or rather, let's get into a fight with a sky rift. That works too. Right, these annoying jellyfish again. So everyone pick on a jellyfish and Lambda burst first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they can run away, that helps too. Right, Noxus is annoying since that can poison all of us. And it almost did. Ah, well, it should be dead this round anyway. Let fire consume our enemies.
Over there.
And you just whack that guy in the head with your frying pan. So Fina is starting to do quite a lot of damage now with Cupel.
Thank the moons.
I think the green is also super effective against blue. And we finally get Sacrulan. So now we can fully heal the Delphinius. You may have also noticed that when it came to magic experience, there is no next rank now, so we've got all the green magic. So from this point on, Ica having a green weapon is going to be useless. So we're going to take that off her on the next fight. Right, so around here somewhere should be somewhere I'm looking for. I think it's just ahead of us. Yeah, here it is. Is that some fish down there? It looks like they're too low to reach. Hi mate, how you doing? I don't know who you people are, but to this old man you are nothing but a nuisance. I refuse to talk to anyone except he who is brave and daring. Now please, let me live out the remainder of my years in quiet peace. So let's check what Vi's ranking is. We are now Vi's the Daring, but we're not Vi's the Brave. So we need to come back to this guy once we're known as Vi's the Brave, and then we can get him as a crew member. Let's just examine his wares. There are numerous tools here, each one looks well worn from years and years of use. From the looks of it, I'd say that this old man was quite the swordsmith. Well, we could really do with a swordsmith back at home. So we'll come back to this guy later once our reputation increases. I think this might be the only character in the game for your crew that's actually possible to permanently miss. Right, so now we want to go straight north from this island, and we should run into another discovery. Since if you make all the wrong decisions with your swashbuckler ranking, then you can actually end up never being able to become Vi's the Daring. And Vi's the Brave and stuff like that. So around here there should be a discovery. There we go, you have found the Inverse Isle. A strange island where the trees and everything else are upside down. The current theory is that this confusing phenomenon may be caused by a flux in the gravitational pull caused by the presence of the black moonstones within the centre of the dark rift. Well, that's quite a mouthful. Right, so there's only 2 more discoveries to find that we can reach at the moment. And one of them is going to be over here, to the southeast. So this one is also a bit annoying to find, but it's a lot easier than the Spice Island, since it's easier to spot whereabouts it might be. So over here, where the Dark Rift and the and this Ice Rift over here meet, if we start going around to the west here, we should run into a discovery. There we go. You have found the Mystic Orchard. Once upon a time, there was a faraway island where jeweled fruit grew on the moons. A young man took one of the fruits to cure his sick mother, but in return he had to come back to the island to become one of the magical trees. A Yafutoman fairy tale. Right, and now sadly, the next discovery is all the way over, like, here, on the other side of a Dark Rift. So we have to go all the way south, which is going to take some time. Oh, we get ourselves an extra moonberry. Excellent. How many moonberries do we have? Also, while we're here, with Ica, let's use Sacrulan onto the Delphinius. So we can now instantly heal the Delphinius in one turn, which is amazing. Also, you just Sacrum the rest of our party. See, we need 2 more moonberries to be able to get her final super move. So for now, we're just going to sail all the way south for probably like 2 minutes straight. And now everyone is level 30. Excellent. So we're doing pretty good. Everyone's level 30 now, and we have all of our green magic learnt. So now we just need to continue learning our buffs and debuffs, and then start with Ryslum again. Alright, and over here, on this landmass, is going to be the final discovery. And we have found the Grieving Prince. A statue of an ancient prince who lost his wife in a sailing accident and spent his life gazing up at the skies. On a full moon, it's said that a single tear falls from the prince's eyes as he watches the ships pass. I'm not sure what ships pass here. So we can notice here that this green land looks very familiar, and the green moon is up there. So it seems like this is Ikataka, which doesn't make much sense since we went east and not west. So that's confusing. Ah well, let's ignore that for now, and let's head back to Yafutoma. So if we just go straight northwest from here, we should arrive at the Yafutoman gates. And we'll go through them like a civilized person, rather than flying over the top. Right, so I think Enrica's just about to learn Drillnos, which will be very effective on the ship battles that are upcoming. Since once we have Drillnos, then we can debuff the enemy for 4 turns, rather than 2. But it does cost a lot more spirit, so it might not be as effective as it looks. Right, here's the gates. So, it's time for us to finally introduce ourselves to the Yafutoman people. They've never seen Westerners before, so this should be interesting. So let's dock at Yafutoma. The water's so clear, it's beautiful. I wonder where we are. Huh? Wow, that ship is so huge. Are those Westerners? They dress funny. Hey, look, their hair isn't black. I wonder what they eat to make their hair that colour. My hair's really gonna stand out over here. Invaders, why have you come to Yafutoma? Hey, we're not invading. We weren't the ones who started that fight, it was the Tenkou. These lands are protected by Mount Kazai and the Blue Moon. Under the sovereign reign of Lord Mikado, invaders will be punished.
Ooh.
Yafutoma? Is this really Yafutoma? Yes, you have invaded Yafutoman lands. We did it! We did it! We're in Yafutoma!
Yeah.
Well done, Vise. This will be recorded in the history books. How dare you invade our lands? I shall strike you down where you stand. He wasn't having any of that. Wait, don't attack them. He's like, how dare you celebrate and be happy in front of me? Visitors, our primary responsibility is to defend Yafutoma. Please forgive our rush to arms. Lord Mikado has said that he would like to speak with you. Please, if you would come with me. Lord Mikado, I suppose he's probably the king of these lands. We should follow him. Well, this is a much nicer greeting than the Tenkou gave us. So, you came from the land where the sun sets. Welcome to Yafutoma. My daughter, Mogi, has been very intrigued with the rest, haven't you, my dear? Yes, father. Please, I would love to hear all about your homeland. And if there's anything that we can do for you, just ask. Sure, but I don't want to be too much of a burden. King Mikado, as an advisor of the royal court, I must say I oppose to the idea of foreigners entering our lands. Can't you just be happy like everyone else, mate? Foreigners have only brought us disaster. We must cleanse them from our lands immediately. Jeez. I agree with my father. If the Westerners can only bring us trouble, we should dispose of them at once. We're people. They are our guests. We must welcome them. They can teach us a great deal about the West, and there's much we can teach them as well. But I would like to know why you have travelled to Yafutoma. We're searching for the moon crystals to prevent our enemies from using them to destroy the world. The blue crystal? I think you're referring to the jewel that has the powers over the blue moon. The object that you are searching for lies underneath Mount Kazai. Here in Yafutoma we refer to that object as the Magosphere. That's a much better name than moon crystal. Mount Kazai is considered by our people to be a holy mountain, and deep within the mountain lies an azure-coloured jewel. Our ancestors passed the jewel to successor with the throne. After the cataclysm, the jewel was sealed inside Mount Kazai. An azure-coloured jewel? Vies, that has to be the moon crystal. At one time, Mount Kazai was a volcano, and there was no known way inside. The Magosphere has been lost since the days of the old world. If you were to retrieve it for us, we would be eternally grateful. So, the Magosphere is at the bottom of that huge mountain. Leave it to us. Don't worry, we'll get it back for you. Right, so let's have a chat with these people. My apologies, I did not realise that you were persons whom Lord Mikado wished to see. However, since it is my job to protect the state and restore order, I beg you to overlook any offence I may have caused. That's alright, mate. I must say, it's quite scandalous how much skin your appeal leaves exposed. You Westerners must really be shameless people. I mean, perhaps shameless was rather strong of a word. I beg you to overlook any offence it may have caused. You know, he's got a point. I mean, look at what Visor's wearing. I really don't understand what's going on with his shoulders. This land of Yafutoma is a beautiful country of countless islands, large and small, laying beneath a blue moon. Our visitor from the distant west, may you taste our bountiful water and breathe our clear, crisp air till your heart's content. And when you decide to go to Mount Kazai, please make your way to the ship parts dealer located down in the waterfront. I've already spoken to him about escorting you folks to Mount Kazai. Thanks, mate. I'm very sorry, but the king is busy at the moment. Please come back another time. Right, so for now, before we continue, there should be a moonfish around here somewhere. There we go. And now let's start our search around Yafutoma. So this is one of my favourite areas in the game. I think I still prefer Hortica over here. Just because Hortica is a little easier to get around, even though they're both beautiful areas. Right, so this must be the guest bedroom. This is an interesting sculpture. I wonder what it's supposed to be. I'm guessing it's some sort of a hidden meaning. And over here are some amazing beds. It's a Yafutoma style bed. Maybe I'll just lie down for a bit. Well, we are their guests of honour. So we get to rest in a wonderful bed. Let's rest up for a little bit. Okay, and now that we've rested up, let's go and search around Yafutoma. I wonder what this blue bird is supposed to be. Maybe it's a symbol of their god or something. So while we're in Yafutoma, we're going to go and have a chat with all the merchants, get some new upgrades, and we're going to look for a few crew members, and then finally we're just going to go and head to the ship merchant and book ourselves passage to Mount Kazai. Since the Delphinia simply isn't able to get high enough to reach the top of the volcano. So we need the Yafutoman ship to help us. So Yafutoma is made up of lots of little islands, and to get between them you have to ride these lifts. They do have powers over the blue moonstones with the wind and water, so that's why they're able to have these lifts. Which is very convenient. Oh, cute little bird. Cluck, cluck, cluck. You're kinda cute. This bird is kind of cute, don't you think? Kinda cute, kinda cute. My goodness, it's mimicking you. Don't go teaching it any naughty words now, Vise. Kind of cute, kind of cute. So can we examine that from here? No, we can't, sadly. Okay, so let's have a search around Yafutoma. So we can see there's some sort of dock here. And that guy over there is probably going to give us a boat. So we'll go to him later. Oh, Keeper senses some food. Let's get that cham. I think we still need about 5 more chams before we can evolve Keeper again into his next form. Hi kids, how's it going? No, I don't want to practice sailing. I don't care if I can't even sail a tub ship. Prince Dago will come back home by himself just fine, even if I don't go searching for him. Who's this Prince Dago? We haven't heard of him. Come on, hurry up and get in. You said you practice sailing in this tub ship. If you can't even sail a tub ship, you're never going to be able to help search for Prince Dago. Alright, so apparently the prince of this area is missing. So we might have to help search for him later ourselves. Right, here's a weapon shop. We might not be able to read Yafutoma's script, but we can see the picture of a weapon just fine. Wow, there sure are a lot of strange weapons here. Some of the weapons look similar to the ones we have back home, but others I've never seen before. Come right on in, what can I get for you? Let's talk about this and that. Tenkou is the name of a gang of outlaws. They go around seizing weapons, spouting something about how bare hands are more powerful. You say you ran into a Tenkou? You're lucky to get away without losing your weapons or your life. They weren't that strong. Yeah, so the Tenkou are definitely air pirates in this region. So they weren't our official first contact with this area, luckily. The Saurian Blade, a short sword used by Yafutoman soldiers. Its thick, heavy blade is still easy to handle. So we want this for 2 reasons. First off, it's an upgrade, and secondly, we need to keep hold of this, because it'll be important later to get another crew member. The Saurian Blade is actually required to get a crew member. And here's the Yin Wing, a tear-shaped blade crafted by a master weaponsmith from a single piece of moonstone. That's pretty good. I'm going to take that. The Blade of Slumber. We finally got an upgrade for Enrique. A large sword used in Yafutoman ceremonies. Its mysterious powers can put enemies to sleep. And there's some scale mail. Let's see what other upgrades he has. The Suranchu robe and the long robe. So the only one that Aika can wear is this. A robe belonging to a legendary Yafutoman adventurer who earned the nickname Sky King. Well, that's one hell of a nickname. We'll give that to Aika. Let's see, we don't really want to get Vi as one of these upgrades because it will lower his attack. And we want his attack to be as high as possible. So we can either give Enrique a lot more defense or give him some extra hit chance and dodge. I think that's more important. A long cloth designed to wrap around the wearer's body increases agility. So let's buy 2 of those. For Fina and Enrique. Right, and here's a ring decorated with 2 drops of liquid jade. Increases magic defense and willpower. So we could give one of those to Fina. Let's take one with us. But we're not actually going to equip it because Fina has the Warrior's Heart equipped, which makes us get more spirit at the end of each turn. Which is very useful even though it gives no stats. And the Unseen Hand, an enchantment that enables a warrior to attack faster and avoid enemies. I guess we'll take one of those even though we're not going to use it. Yeah, it's nice to have an option. Alright, see you later, mate. Thanks for the weapons. Yeah, come back now, you hear? Yeah, sure thing. So when we found Yafutoma, it did mention that people were under the belief that everyone here was nice and polite, and so far it does seem like that. This umbrella's made out of paper. How can you stay dry with a paper umbrella? Oh, see what's through here. Nope, we just broke her house. Sorry about that, lady. Oh, let's steal her money. I mean, it is a treasure after all. We have to take all the treasure chests. I guess we should buy 3,000 gold worth of stuff from her to make up for it. Well, my, what can I do for you? Let's talk about various things. The Great Wall that surrounds this island was built by our ancestors in order to protect the country. But the Great Wall isn't what really protects us. What really protects us is the blue winds. Right, so far we've seen symbols of a blue bird and now something about blue winds. So hopefully someone will elaborate on all of this for us. Let's see, let's buy a few more Ryslum crystals. see, should we buy a couple of Sacroline crystals just in case we don't have the energy to use it? I guess we should. I think that's probably about 3,000 gold worth. See you later, lady. Alright then, please come again. Wow, the Yafutomans sure make a lot of different things out of paper. I wonder if they have paper boats and weapons and stuff. Right, so now let's work our way around to the other side. And hopefully we'll find some more people to talk about Prince Dago. Because we do want to find out about this prince. Because Prince Enrique is an awesome prince. So finding another prince will be cool. Right, it looks like we have a restaurant on this, in the water. So we're going to have to use a boat to reach that. And there's Mount Kazai in the distance. Hello, you must be one of those Westerners I've heard about. It's really true that you don't have black eyes and hair, isn't it? My dream is to bring lots of Westerners like you to this country as tourists. I want people from all over the world to see our picturesque Mount Kazai. Yeah, that's a good idea, mate. Let's have a look. It is a beautiful mountain. This looks like a little game we had back home, but the game pieces look different. I wonder how you play this game. What game is it? Oh no, it's that game. Whenever I tried playing that game on computers, I would never be able to even understand what I was doing. I never did learn how to play that one. There's something written in Yafutoman. I'm not sure what it says, but it's probably something about this switch here. So this switch will raise the drawbridge, which will let us reach that chest over there. Let's try reading these signs. I can't read Yafutoman, but there's a picture of a little tub. I assume that means that this is the place to rent tugboats. So the Yafutomans get around in these little tugboats. It sure looks like it will be a good workout for your arms. We'll go and ride in one of those in a bit. First off, let's go in here. Hey, this door isn't meant for customers. Oh, sorry, after a weapon merchant. Well, see you later. If you want to buy something, come around to the other side. I love how useless that door is. They just added that in for the hell of it. Hey, it's a foreigner. Step right up for your tub ships. You can get off from on and off 100 dock. Okay, thanks, mate. So we can use these tugboats to just go around the water here. Is there anything over here? No, we can't go there. So in order to reach that chest, we're going to have to raise the bridge, which means that we can dock off here, and this should allow us to activate it. But before we do that, let's go and check out the restaurant. See if we can get ourselves any fancy food. So I just almost lost my voice then. We serve the best tea and dumplings here, and thanks to Arala, we've also got the most popular tea house in town. I don't suppose you Westerners can taste the difference, though. Come on, we're not that unsophisticated. There's a river running through the middle of the room, and even a little water wheel. It's sort of relaxing. Man, I wish I had a water feature like that. Oh, please come in. What can I get you? It looks like we have waitresses in Yafutoma too. Waiter? I'm sorry, we don't have anything like that on hand. No, you were misunderstood. We're talking about you. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was what you wanted to order. Don't mention it. We're the ones who should apologise. We're in a bit of a rush right now, but we'll come back later, okay? Alright. Thank you for coming in. Next time you come, be sure to try our scrumptious dumplings as well as our piping hot sweet bean soup. That does sound nice. I do love some dumplings. That girl Arali who works here is an excellent cook and seems very domestic, but she's rather reserved and bashful. By contrast, her older sister is the assertive type and a very skilled builder as well. The polar opposites really. If you were to ask me which I prefer for a wife, well, it's a really tough choice. Alright, mate, that escalated quickly. Yeah, we might not be able to read Yafutoma, but everyone can see that this sign and know that that means food. Alright, let's get out of here. What's this? It looks like some kind of a tombstone. I can't read what's written on it though, but I should probably just leave it alone. Right, so while we're here, let's go and activate that bridge. Can we examine these plaques? Why is there a sculpture of a turtle here? Do the Yafutamas worship turtles or something? Right, and this will raise the bridge for us. We'll just have to make sure we put it back down later before anyone complains. Kinda cute, kinda cute. Yeah, so that bird's just going to mimic us for the rest of the game. So we can teach it with whichever one of those 3 sentences we like. Personally, I just think it's nice for it to say that it's cute. Right, let's find out what's in here. Ah, another moonberry, excellent. I think we just need one more. And then we can get Aika's final super move. Yeah, we just need one more moonberry. Her final super move is going to be an improved version of Lambda Burst. So that will help guarantee that we're going to kill everything. Well, let's continue exploring the water. Oh, that was probably a really bad idea. Well, we managed to survive at least. So this one is actually fenced off, otherwise we'd go to our deaths, which would be a really bad idea. So let's go and dock here. Hi, lady. Princess Mogi has really been down in the dumps lately. Wonder if it's because she's worried about her brother. Goodness me, why am I rattling on to a visitor from abroad who I've only just met for the first time? Please pay no attention. No, please, talk about Prince Dago. Do you have anything new to tell us about Prince Dago? No, she doesn't, never mind. Oh, a few people have mentioned about Prince Dago. You know, sir, my big sister spends all her time worrying about how our princess is doing. Well, see you later, kid. You just keep playing with your ball. I wonder what this drink is made of. It doesn't smell quite like Lockware, and it's green too. I think that's tea vise. There's a vegetable that looks sort of like the turnips that we grow back at home. It looks like they've been cut into long, thin strips. Hey, these fish look delicious. They look like they've been properly dried too. I wonder who they're for. Yeah, we can expect that this place probably does some really good fish. Especially since we have powers over the water, they can have the cleanest, best fish in the world. Food, food. Food, food. Ah. This guy needs whoever lives here to come back home. What's this? It almost looks like candy inside of a small bottle. Well, sadly, I don't know what that one is. I'm an uncultured Englishman. I don't know much about Japanese culture. It looks like Yafutoma's written from top to bottom. I wonder how you're supposed to read it then. It's Mer Lockware. The Lockware here must be better than anywhere else in the world, considering the abundance of blue moonstones around here. Looks like we found a building site. Let's talk to the builder. Oh, you must be the Westerners that they're all talking about. I'm Kerala. I'm the best builder in the country. So, what do you think of our town? I bet you don't see such fine structures in your country. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. What a difference between seeing something and only hearing about it. You've really got a fine-looking town here. Ha, do you really think so? Well, it sure warms my heart to hear you say that. Say, maybe I should go back to the west with you and visit your country. I could probably show you Westerners a thing or two that would really amaze you. Hey, what are you going to do about this place then? It's still under construction. Oh, don't worry, this is my own house. It was getting pretty old, so I decided to remodel it. Well then, it's decided. I'll go back with you into your country and build all sorts of things for you. Incidentally, I have a little sister named Urala. You might have to give her a holler too. And Corala's joined our crew as a builder. So we're going to take her back to Crescent Isle. Because as much as Ismail is going to make us some fine structures, that's guaranteed, I don't really trust the guy to make us, you know, pretty looking buildings. He's more of a functional man, it looks like. He just wants to make stuff that works. While Corala's probably going to make stuff that actually looks really nice. So we're definitely going to take her back to Crescent Isle. Oh, here we go again. Okay, we survived. Right, it looks like somebody else lowered the bridge for us. They must have got fed up with waiting for us. Right, so now let's go get ourselves a Yafutoma and cook. Because as amazing as Polly is, it is nice to have a little variety in our food. Oh, you were here the other day, weren't you? Welcome back. It was about 5 minutes ago. Hey, hi, excuse me, but would you happen to be Corala's little sister by any chance? Yes, I am, but why do you ask? I thought so. Actually, Corala's decided to join the crew of our ship as a builder. We're wondering if you might be interested in joining our crew too. Me? Oh, but unlike my sister, I'm not good for much of anything besides cooking. Cooking is a perfectly fine skill to have. How would you like to join our crew as a cook? Sure, okay. If my sister's joining too, but are you sure I qualify for the job? Of course you do. You can make us all kinds of tasty Yafutoma dishes. Alright, I really do my best. Thank you so much. And Urala's joined our crew as a cook. Excellent. Now that Urala's leaving here, it feels like a part of the place is leaving with her. She brought so much life to this place. Without her, this place will feel so empty, but she's free to live her own life. I wish her the best of luck. Don't worry, she'll probably come back after we're done. I'm not surprised that after learning her older sister Corala would be leaving with you, that she too decided to leave. But to think that two of the most beautiful women in all of Yafutoma will be leaving at the same time is very saddening. Well, you're gonna have to find yourself a new wife, mate. So let's check out our two new party members. So we have a builder, Corala. Using the crew command, she will replenish your ship's HP to full. So we can take her with us and not have to use Sakrulen. But we'll just use Sakrulen instead. But we might still use her at times. So she'll just help make sure that the ship's all functioning. And for our cook, we now have Urala. Using the crew command, she'll max out your spirit points. Really? I forgot she did that. That's amazing. We're definitely taking her. If that actually gives us max spirit, like, that's amazing. That'll save us having to have the focus again. Well, we know who we're gonna pick. Either the cook that gives us back MP, which we don't need because Ica can get infinite mana anyway, with Epsilon Shield, or someone who can give us maximum spirit. Alright, let's continue looking around. I got one! Don't talk to me now, I gotta land this time. For fish that taste as good as sashimi, you have to get to the water. I'm gonna catch me a few and have them for dinner tonight. Well, good luck with that, mate. Right, looks like this is the ship merchant. So while we're here, let's buy ourselves some new parts as well. Actually, the Yafutoma ships aren't all that different from ours. The difference is probably the moonstones that they use as fuel then. What a strange suit of armor. I wonder if the Yafatomas actually wear that thing into battle. I understand that you wish to go to Mount Kazai. Lord Mikado has commanded me to escort you. Before departing, would you like to buy some ship parts? Let me know when you're ready. We can start any time you wish. Right, so let's buy some upgrades. So sadly, all this stuff costs a lot of spirit. But if we do get maximum spirit from using Urala, then that won't really be an issue for us. Let's get ourselves a Serpent Torpedo. A medium-sized torpedo that goes after a target like a snake. Short range, but very powerful. Let's replace our heavy torpedo with that. So that has one less limit, so we can't put it as many turns ahead of us. Blueheim figure. A sculpture of Blueheim, the Yafatoman Gygus. Increases magic defense. So that might be that blue bird we heard about. Because they seem to be worshipping this thing. Let's buy ourselves one of those. Yeah, I guess we probably should replace the enhanced kitchen with some magic defense. Yeah, let's do that. You know, as nice as it is to run around with useless items, we probably should make sure that we've got the good stuff. Yafatoman Alcove. A bit of Yafatoman culture to help calm the mind and soothe the soul. Well, never mind, we're having this instead. Go away, useful item. We're having a useless one. Yeah, make our ship pretty. We can still only buy deluxe kits, so not complete kits yet, sadly. Rudder grease. It improves rudder operation and slows the rate of spirit consumption. That sounds pretty good. Let's see, so what should we use now? Let's get ourselves the, there's a 5-inch cannon and a 3-inch cannon. A secondary cannon developed in Yafutoma, inspired by cylindrical plants. And a secondary cannon used by the Navy. It's short range and a high-powered cannon. So the spirit cost of these two is a lot higher, but we're going to take one of each. And let's also take the Yafutoma Spirit, a large and powerful cannon based on traditional Yafutoma craftsmanship. Let's see, so let's check out those secondary weapons. So this one is a lot stronger than the 3-inch cannon, but it goes for one less turn. But to be honest, it's probably a better idea, so let's take that. You know, if it fires for one less turn, but it's just simply more powerful, so it makes it more worthwhile, to be honest. We're now out of money, so we should probably sell a few things. Let's just sell some of our old weapons. There we go, got a nice juicy amount of gold again. Yeah, we won't worry about selling anything else now. I'll do it off screen if I need to get money back. See, we don't want to proceed to the mountain yet. So you don't want to go to Mount Kazai after all. Well, I'll be right here, so if you decide to go later, give me a holler. We want to finish exploring the location first before we head to Mount Kazai. Right, so here we are back at the dock. Whoa, look at the face on this statue. It sort of reminds me of Pal, just a whole lot scarier. I wonder if it's a Yafutoman animal. Right, so this is probably the ship we're going to be taking. And here's our own ship again. The Delphinians can't fly at high altitudes, so while we're here, we may as well use the Yafutoman ships. An interesting looking barrel. And it looks like it's filled with Laqua? I guess they drink Laqua here too. Yeah, so it looks like we fully explored Yafutoma. So in the next part, we're going to head to Mount Kazai and go and delve deep into the mountain and search for the Magasphere, which is the best name for a moon crystal ever. So, see you next time. We're just going to hang out by this guy and cheer him on. Come on, go get your fish.